Hello, I'm Joey Bikewe, and you're welcome to Relationship Explications. Today on Relationship Explications, we'll be talking about dealing with trust issues in relationship and marriage. This is a very sensitive issue in many relationships and marriages. And a lot of people, because of the hurt and the pain and the things they've gone through before, find it very difficult to trust anyone, even while they are married to their partners. So let's talk about how to deal with this issue on trust. Keep watching.
No matter how the years go by, I kept loving you. And even as the years roll by, baby,
Hello and welcome back to Relationship Explications. First of all, before I go on and talk, I usually do this. Thank you so much for your like, your shares, your comments, and helping us to spread this value further and really fast and wide. Thank you so much for all your support. I love you all so much. Yes, you. I'm talking to you watching this right now. I love you so much for doing this with me. So, like I said, we'll be talking about dealing with trust issues in relationship and marriage. This is a very sensitive issue because a lot of people find it very difficult to trust. And nobody came into this world not just trusting. Yes, we have some basic human natural instincts that make us to be very cautious. Like as a child, when you're growing, as babies don't know that fire hurts until they get their fingers burnt, and from there they know that okay, this hurt, and they've learned from that, so they don't trust fire anymore. They don't put their hands there because they know what can happen for putting your hands in the fire. So and that is how we grow. We learn through experiences and observations and say, okay, I don't want this to happen to me. I wouldn't allow this happen to me. I don't want this experience. So because of that, there are some things most of us have defined and outlined that said, no, this and this and this and this will not happen to me. Now let's talk about this cautiousness in relationships, because most people, where the distrust actually starts from is where when they have had a relationship with someone, they have trusted the person, they have been open to the person, and maybe they get hurt by this person. And it's not necessarily being in a sexual relationship with the person. I'm talking about even a child and a mother. There are some children that if they tell their mom something and they find out that their mom tells their dad, or their mom talks about it in a way that it seems like they are mocking them, they become very cautious with sharing with that person because they are protecting themselves. They don't want to get hurt. So if you really look at this trust issue, it starts from when you realize that, okay, I don't want this, and you take a position of being cautious by protecting yourself. At that point in time, you have withdrawn the trust you gave to someone before. You have taken it by the, okay, this is how this person is, I'm not going to deal with this person at this level. And when we have that in relationship, most of the time when we meet the initially crush and sugar and sweetie and honey of our lives, the initial bubble and all that, and for some people they got hurt by that person. Maybe the person cheated on them, or the person left them in a way that they can't even figure out what happened. These are the things that form distrust in relationships and marriages, and it goes both ways. It goes both ways. There are guys who have met a lady, they thought that okay, they're going to have a very lasting, beautiful relationship with this person, only to find out that this person is maybe, and really for a lot of people, cheated on them. And it hurts. And once that hurt comes in, you become very cautious. You carry this baggage of this other relationship all your life, and if you're not careful, if you don't deal with it properly, you keep judging everybody you see or any relationship you get into with the baggages of distrust that you have, which is very common with a lot of us these days. We can be dealing with someone with the past hurt, not knowing that we're already fighting where there is no fight. The fight have not even started. The person have not done anything yet. But because of your experiences in your past relationship, you have started judging this person for it. You have started scoring this person by it. And you have started dealing with this person that way. So the person doesn't even need to break your trust. Because you have had distrust issues before, you have brought it here and you're having serious issue with this person, even when there have not been reasons to distrust the person. A guy came to me one time to counsel him about a lady he has been dating for about 3 years, and he was considering getting married to the lady until the lady did something really serious, and he said, no, I'm not going to take this anymore. The concern was the lady doesn't trust him at all. And there is the normal distrust. Okay, maybe she has checked to see some things on his phone and all that, and all of a sudden she has gotten into a detective mindset. She's just snooping all around the guy. She puts things around the guy to see if she can get clues and everything, to see if to just catch the guy doing the wrong thing. Now, I'm going to say this because for most of us who are married, when you are going through your spouse's personal properties, like you're checking their phones, you're doing all those things. First of all, if you go in with a preconceived notion that you are going there to check if he is cheating, you will see things. A harmless message that, oh, thank you so much, dear, will reveal like, okay, there's something here. Maybe somebody just sent a very harmless message. Thank you so much, dear, I really appreciate. Who is this, dear? Why is this person saying this? That's because you came with a preconceived notion of distrust, going to look for something that, okay, maybe he's cheating, let me go and find out, or maybe she's cheating, let me go and see. Such harmless messages will trigger a lot of emotions in you. That is because you came in with a preconceived notion. And every time you try to look for clues, if your partner is cheating, you will see them because you were looking for them before. Now, this guy was talking about how this lady will act like she is doing something somewhere, will leave her phone close by and put it on record. Maybe he is having a conversation with a friend and she will act like, oh, I forgot something in the house. Maybe they're in the car, she will drop the phone and go to record the conversation he's going to have with his friend. And when he's sitting down with his friend, he's someone who is not certain. This friend knows that he's not certain that he wants to get married to this girl. So they started a conversation like, okay, so where are you guys? And you're like, okay, this is, and he started talking in a way about the relationship. And the lady collected the phone eventually, listened to it, and went to play it for him. So he got really scared, like, my God, I don't understand what's going on here. The lady has entered into a state of, I can't even call it, because it has started affecting her psychologically to the point she's now, and I know of relationship, people who have actually left, mostly men, left a lady because the lady was just too snoopy, too trying to find out everything, trying to know everything, trying to find, and this happened to those ladies because they have been hurt before. It's not like they are just like that naturally. They have experienced things that is making them being that way. But the truth is, you cannot use your past relationship issues to judge the one that they have not been issued yet. People say this, all men are the same. I used to say that when I was single. I beg, men are men. I beg, all men are the same. Until someone asked me that, have you seen all men? All the men in this world, have you seen all of them? And I said no. So have you met all the men in UK? I said no. Have you met all the men in the US? I said no. Have you met all the men? Okay, let's even say Nigeria. All the men in Enugu? I said no. So the person started calling this. And once the person started talking, it opened my mind to say, there are possibilities that there are a lot of good people out there. And yes, they are. Because once that mindset shifted for me, I eventually began to really open my mind to the possibility of there are a lot of good people. I have not just seen them. I have not just found them. And yes, I found one eventually. And that's my husband today. I eventually found one good person, one trustworthy person, one reliable person, one loyal person. I found one. So, and that happened because my mindset changed, my actions changed, my paradigm changed, and I began to learn trust. And this is what another thing I'm going to emphasize on. Learn how to loan trust to people, because this is, for me, I'm talking about all levels of relationship right now. Learn how to loan trust to people until it is broken. Learn how to give people benefit of the doubt. Learn how to, and if it is this person that hurt you, deal with this person. This is the person that hurt you. Don't take it to the other person that have not done anything. Maybe this person have the same mannerism, or they have certain similarities, and because of that you're like, oh, this kind of person, this is the way they used to be. No, people are different. Learn how to learn trust in your relationship, in your marriage. When it comes to relationship, when we talk about forgiving really is giving the somebody lavished love and trust. Loaning somebody so much love and trust that even though they break your trust, even though they hurt you, also learn how to say how you felt when you were hurt. Because a lot of people judge people by the things they never told them that they did wrong to them. Your husband hurt you in a way. You never calmly talked about it like, when this thing happened, this was how I felt. You know, the money we were supposed to save for this, you had the money in your account. And after 6 months, you said you can't find the money again, or the money is gone. For me, I thought we had that money. And once that happened, I really felt bad. I was really hurt. And it made me kind of felt somehow in trusting you financially. And once you're talking about that, make sure it is something that has repeated itself. Like, okay, you have series of experience with this person concerning this. Like when somebody say, oh, he's cheating on me, is it a constant thing? Is it something that is concurrent? Is it a pattern in his life? Or is this a mistake? A one-time mistake? So you should put these issues in context. If somebody did something once and it was a one-time mistake, the person learned from it and decided to change, don't flog the person about that thing all over and all over and all over and all over again. But if it's the person's pattern, yes, the person have taught you how not to trust them because they cheat. Now you now have to think of how you will deal with that, to say, okay, he has this issue, he has this challenge, he cheats. And know that people can still change. Yes, people can change. People can. I have seen that many times in this life. I have seen people who were serious cheats as they are getting older, mostly men. As they are getting older, responsibilities come, they become wiser. They don't misbehave again. They tell themselves the truth. I have kids now, I have a lot of things, and they stop. I have experienced that, I've seen it many times. But if it was a one-time mistake, loan the person the trust and benefit of that it won't happen again. Because I have also, there was a lady that came to me one time, and she was going over and over and over this issue of how her husband cheated, and eventually I go speak with the guy, and it was a one-time thing. It wasn't something that he is doing, and it happened years back. But she has not been able to forgive him and loan him any level of trust. She was so hurt, and that was because she has been hurt in past relationships. She has not been able to deal with that. She came with that to the marriage. So once she experienced this, she just couldn't let go. And it strained their relationship because she always go over and over and over and over this issue, nagging about it, talking about it. The man have not even done anything. Once he doesn't pick his call, he's cheating. Once he doesn't come home early, he's cheating. I know of men who, they follow their women up and down. I'm wondering what I mean. And this is because they have had terrible experiences. But this is not the person that did it to you. This is not the person that did it to you. Some people, the person that did it to them, they're in a relationship with the person. The person probably have been cheating. But it is left for you to take a decision. I can't keep hurting myself. I can't be in a relationship where the person constantly cheats on me. It's left for you to take a decision if you want to continue or you want to go away. But don't destroy your peace and your mental health because of something someone else has control over. You don't have control over the other person's character. If the other person is a cheat, that's the other person's challenge. You don't have control over that. What you have control over is how you respond to it. Now, if this person is cheating and the person is unrepentant, it is your decision to make. If you're going to live with it, fine. You will now find a way to maintain your peace and your mental health. To turn away from it, to look away from it, and give the person a long space and latitude to grow out of that rubbish. Like I said, I've seen men, a lot of, when they were young, they were jumping around, doing those things. As they get older, they started changing. They started becoming more conscious. Okay, I have family, my kids, I have a family, my kids are growing, and they started changing. But there are some that they didn't change. They are like that till old age. And most the women are saying that, okay, this is how my husband is, he has this challenge. And it's okay, I'm good with it, I can live with that, I have my children, I have a lot of things to do in my life. And I turn my eyes away. There are women that do that. They're committed to the man, they see that he's misbehaving, they'll turn their eye away when he's doing that. After that, they'll continue their relationship. Whatever works for you. But maintain your sanity and your mental health. You have to learn how to loan people trust. Learn how to loan people trust. If the person breaks it, loan again. Until you have substantial evidences. So that when you're talking, people will say, okay, you have done all you can before you're saying you don't want to do this. Not at the slightest situation that looks like it. You have started, you're all over the place. Deal with the issues that you had from your past before you get married. Deal with them. If you've been heartbroken before, if you've been cheated on before, if you've been hurt, deal with it. Don't carry a fight that is not for the marriage into the marriage. Something that the person have not done to you, you have started fighting them. They have not done it to you. There's one lady, she said something to me that, she's really the challenge that they have in their marriage. That one the woman had told her that, you say I cheat, have you ever seen anything like that? For all these years, you accuse me, and really, it is sometimes because of the things we hear, you listen to your friends, you listen to their situations, and when you see something that looks like that in your, you seem like that is it, he has started. No. You called him, he didn't pick. To you, he's with someone. You called her, she didn't pick. To you, she's cheating. It's not like that. Not everybody is like that. You could be very wrong because you carried a mindset, a preconceived notion into the marriage, into the relationship. So the person didn't pick your call and you say, oh, why? And you say, oh, I wasn't on my phone, I was doing something. I say, are you sure? Are you sure you're not with a man? Why? It has not even gotten there. You have started fighting and there was no need for a fight in the first place. Number one, learn how to loan people trust. Give people benefit of the doubt. Number two, deal with your trust issues. On a personal level, deal with them. If it's Kunle that hurts you, don't go and fight Ayo for it. He didn't do anything to deserve that. Don't carry your distrusts into all your relationships. And this goes, it goes across all levels of friendship, whether very personal, learn how to give people benefits of the doubt and loan people trust. Thank you so much for watching this video and for following me on this journey to the end. I really, really appreciate you. I hope you learned something. Yes, I trust you did. I trust you learned something. I love you so much and have a beautiful day.
The only one who holds the keys to my heart, and which way as well be a fool for you. 'Cause ain't no stop to loving you. No matter how the years go by, I kept loving you. And even as the years